Hello there, good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Shibu John from Toronto, Canada, on the 1st of January 2025. Before we start with our meditation, let me wish you all a very blessed, happy new year. For today's meditation, we are going to read from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9 and verse 8. Nehemiah, chapter 9 and verse 8. And in that 8th verse, we are going to read the first part. You found his heart faithful before you and made a covenant with him. Let me read that one more time. You found his heart faithful before you and made a covenant with him. Our focal point for today's meditation is faithful before God. Faithful before God. In this pivotal or focal or decisive verse, Prophet Nehemiah calls upon God, highlighting the significance of remembering his covenant with Abraham during a time of reflection and recognition of their past sins. The people of Israel are reminded of their collective history and God's enduring faithfulness. And this chapter in the book of Nehemiah becomes a moment of communal repentance and acknowledgement of how God's actions shaped their identity as his chosen people, particularly relevant for the exiles returning from Babylon. The prayer began by exalting God as the great creator and by praising him for choosing Abraham and making his covenant with him. It emphasizes God's selection of Abraham and his promise to make his descendants a great nation, underscoring the theme of divine faithfulness in human shortcomings. The act of remembering in Hebrew culture is deeply significant, representing not merely a recall of events, but an invocation or request of God's covenant promises, which serve as a foundation for hope and restoration. As the Israelites recount their history, they recognize God's mercy and grace despite their repeated failures. This acknowledgement encourages them to renew their commitment to God's laws and covenant, forming a crucial step in their spiritual revival. Nehemiah's leadership highlights the importance of returning to foundational truths in the journey toward a restoration. It was not to him personally, but to his posterity or to his descendants, at least including and chiefly designing them, of which covenant see. The theme of faithfulness is evident in this verse as it speaks of God finding the heart of Abraham faithful. This faithfulness refers to Abraham's unwavering trust and obedience to God, even in the face of uncertainty and difficulty. God recognized Abraham's faithfulness and made a covenant with him, promising to give the land of Canaan to his descendants. This covenant demonstrates the unchanging and reliable nature of God's promises, as he remained faithful to his word and fulfilled his promise to Abraham's descendants. And this verse serves as a reminder of God's consistent faithfulness and his righteousness in keeping his word, even when his people fall short. God's great readiness to pardon their sins and work deliverance for them when they had, by their provocations, brought his judgments upon themselves. This is a powerful testament of God's unwavering faithfulness and righteousness. It serves as a reminder of the importance of faithfulness and obedience to God, as well as the assurance that God will always fulfill his promises. The verse also symbolizes the challenges and obstacles that believers may face in their journey. Yet, it offers hope in the faithfulness of God to see them through those challenges. It's a verse that speaks to the enduring nature of God's faithfulness and the reassurance that His word will always be fulfilled. So let us be like Father Abraham. Let us be faithful in His eyes in this new year. Have a very blessed, happy new year, and God be with you.